Mr. Deepu Manuel. He is the product group head of VRF Solutions, Living Environment Division of Mitsubishi India Private Limited, and is associated with company since 2011. He is responsible for the managing product training and new product development, technical benchmarking, market analysis, team development, PSI management, business planning, etc. He is also having an excellent academic background in the mechanical engineering. Today, Mr. Deepu will talk about VRF system and Losney systems. So, delegates, let's welcome Mr. Deepu.
It's very good to see Thermal Control Magazine is taking a lot of initiative in energy efficiency and fresh air requirements. Good thing, and we hope it will make an impact on Indian industry for a longer period of time. So when we talk about air conditioning, we need to talk about pandemic also. So pandemic is now the big elephant in the room. So this pandemic has created or bring some certain aspects of air conditioning which was not earlier considered as very important. So in the previous or before pandemic era, it was more for just for a comfort. People were not much worried about the fresh air requirements or the compartmentalization or air tightness of the cabins or rooms. These were not much important, but pandemic has brought all these not much serious factors which in the past has become one of the most important factors now in the air conditioning design. In addition to that, people are preferred to have more natural light, sunlight during their designs, which is ultimately adding load into the air conditioning systems. So these changes put together is creating a lot of load in the building energy consumptions. Air conditioning used to consume more than 60-65% of the total energy consumptions in a building, and with add-on continuous fresh airs, more compartmentalizations or other thing is adding much load into them. So operational efficiency of air conditioning systems are becoming much more important. One more thing when we talk about the pandemic is like earlier, before pandemic, the efficiency of an air conditioning system is switching off the system when it is not required, switching on the fresh air when it is required. But the pandemic, due to continuous disinfection of the occupied spaces, a lot of chemicals are used for decontaminations. We are forced to have continuous fresh air supply and forced ventilations to avoid these chemicals getting accumulated in the rooms. The air conditioner need to be continuously working, maybe with a dual temperature settings if humans are not there, to maintain certain level of humidity and the temperature in the room to avoid the growth of microorganisms like viruses, which can breed in this environment and will speed up the spreading of these viruses. So practically, pandemic has changed the way the air conditioning system is looked upon and the way it is used by the people. So when we talk about air conditioning, the major load on the air conditioning still is due to the ambient temperature. The temperature varies from morning to evening, January to December. So these variations create a lot of load changes on the air conditioning systems. So the system which can adjust to these kind of variations will give a lot of savings in the continuous operations of the air conditioning system. Occupancy, the human occupancy is another factor because that is related to the lighting, the fresh air load, that is also related to the equipments used in the room. So occupancy creates the next biggest load, and related to occupancy, many other loads are related in the air conditioning space. And pandemic, due to working alternative days, once in 2 days, once in 3 days, all these partial occupancies are actually making the air conditioning system to work always on a part load, but not at a fixed part load. It keeps varying on day. Monday being the most loaded or most occupied day, and Thursday being the least occupied days in most of the offices. So these variations, the air conditioning system need to get adjusted into that. Global warming, suddenly you get cyclones, weather changes, depressions. So the immediate change in the weather, but inside air conditioning area has to manage accordingly. So the system need to adjust in a very fast way. So continuously monitoring and adjusting aircon systems are very important to maintain a high efficiency system with the least power consumptions. So VRF is one of the system. VRF is a very decade or multi-decade old systems in the air conditioning. Like my earlier speaker, Mr. has told that, Mr. Vinod has told that variable speed system saves a lot of energy. So VRF system, the basic parameter is a variable speed system where the system adjusts its speed to requirement of the actual load in the room. In addition to that, in a VRF system, why it is considered as one of the most efficient is it keep getting adapted to the latest technology developments. It uses adaptive innovations. As and when the sensors getting added, more improved data collection points are there. All these data are used by the system to calculate and arrive at the actual load required and actual requirement of the consumption of the compressor to deliver these capacities. So as a combination, this can save a lot of energies. In addition to that, VRF give individualized control. It has got different type of indoor units to suit individual requirements. We can have a compartmentalized air conditioning system. It can handle fresh air. It can fit into any of the aesthetics that is required by the architect, interior designs. So overall put together, we are getting a win-win situation, which is suitable, which is accepted by the architect, interior designer, end user, and the designer, or with a good energy efficiency added to that. These are the various type of indoor unit which is available with the VRF systems, which can fit into individual users, individual requirements. Almost all kind of interiors, indoor units are available from the VRF systems. When it comes to as a system, the system needs to have a various ways of adjustment because the ambient changes, the weather changes. So it should have a various mode. We cannot create a one way of working. It should be adaptive. It should be adapt by itself. It should have a machine learning capability to adjust to the various data it receives from its sensors. A boardroom may be fully occupied. It needs to adjust immediately for a faster cooling. That time efficiency may not be important, but faster cooling is important. The same boardroom may be partially occupied, but for a longer duration, you need to adjust, sense the occupancy and adjust accordingly. So all these parameters has to be fit into the system to give a continuous energy efficiency over a period of the entire life cycle of the product. So VRF has got all these features now added into that over a period of time. It got adapted into the requirements of the users. One such example I like to put here is a 3D IC sensor. So it is like just consider like an occupancy sensor which used to be used earlier. So occupancy sensor, if a human occupation is detected, it will switches on the air conditioning or switches off the air conditioning. Whether it has got 1%, whether it has got 10%, it might be able to identify. But with the latest sensors, 3D IC sensor, it can count the number of people inside the room. It can sense or it can dictate which part of the room the people are more concentrated. It can see the total temperature in the room. It can see if there is a west side window where there is a thermal infiltration is happening from that side. And based on all these things, it can adjust the airflow of the air conditioning to suit. It may throw maybe more cold air when it is a 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock on the west side. It may reduce the temperature of the air which it is giving away to if it is in night or in the early morning towards the west side. If people are occupied on one side of the room, it will try to give more air into that side. So all this, it's happening on a minute by minute basis, continuously adjusting to the actual requirement for the air conditioning systems. So these systems, these kind of sensors which get added into a variable speed systems is augmenting the efficiency of the system in a very big way. In addition to the efficiency from operations point of view, the most important in pandemic is fresh air, the air we breathe, air pollution. So till pandemic, people were only called a bad air if there was a dust inside. But with pandemic coming in, people know air which looks clean can be contaminated. So air pollution is a very, very different thing. So since people don't feel it immediately, people don't see it, nobody takes it very seriously. So pandemic has put fresh air into the limelight. It's like a slow poison. Gradually, it kills people like a cigarettes. Pandemic is the only one which actually accelerated this activity so that people start thinking of the fresh air, and that has put fresh air into the limelight for the air conditioning with the continuous fresh air options. The moment you talk about fresh air, there's a bigger confusion whether we take an air from outside which is more polluted because the air inside looks much better. It's a very confusing things. So that's the time we say why fresh air is important, because it brings in oxygen into the rooms. So we need to treat the fresh air for removing all the contaminants, microorganisms. We need to treat the recirculated air also in the similar way. So it's a continuous process of keeping the air quality inside and occupied spaces. So the moment we talk about fresh air and exhaust air, it's actually taking away a lot of conditioned air, that is energy consumed to cool the air we are throwing out. To avoid that, we can use systems which can use heat recovery systems, which will recover the energy from the air which is being thrown out to the air which is coming inside. It will do a heat transfer. So this heat transfer is not by mixing the air, but passing the air through a paper on both sides. So through the paper, the heat get transferred to the other sides so that the energy can be recovered without adding much load into the power consumptions. Based on the which part of India it is required, various type of filters can be used. I mean, I don't want to specifically spoil any part of India's name, but we all know which part needs a better filter, which part needs a lesser efficiency filters. So clean air, it's not free. If you're not paying or if you're not investing to get a clean air, we all need to pay for clean air with our health. So that's from my side. Thank you.